Now, it's no secret that Discovery tab's kind of a mess, from the messy rows, the unorganized sections. It's just a nightmare to scroll through. But what if I told you that Epic's model for Discovery could actually be actively making it worse? Let me explain. Now, when I talk about Epic's model, I do mean like who is and who isn't allowed to publish to Discovery. As personally, I do think that that is one of, if not the biggest issue regarding Discovery right now. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna bring up the moderation because that's a whole other topic. But right now, we're just gonna focus on publishing. But why bring this up? Why talk about who isn't allowed to publish to Discovery? I'm making this video because I want to speak out for all the people that have been showing off their creations, knowing damn well that no one's going to be able to play them, but they pour their heart, their soul into it, and it just turns out to be a waste of time. The people that you'd see on social media platforms posting this amazing build, and then when you ask for the code, they say that they're ineligible. And then when they go onto Discovery and they see these extremely low effort maps that's literally just a box fight, reskinned, retextured, pumped out 30 times a day, it becomes really disheartening. But at the end of the day, do we really expect Epic Games to give everyone rights to publish to Discovery? Obviously not, no. But I have another way that they might be able to do something similar. I propose that Epic Games starts to widen the range for who can and who can't publish. Maybe adding a second option where there's no money involved and it's simply just to get a code and publish would be enough. Epic Games could reintroduce support for island codes that don't necessarily make Discovery. Because if you're watching this video, you probably know that 90% of the maps that weren't on Discovery are no longer accessible. May you rest in peace, post-apocalyptic store simulator. And with the introduction of the new system that allows you to follow certain creators, it would be like a makeshift Discovery in a way. And on top of that, they could even host like a miniature Epic Picks where every month or so, they take a handful of maps without a code that they think are really special and put it on the front row of Discovery. This not only encourages more players to get into the creative mindset, but it also brings a lot of traction to the smaller creators who manage to get on the front row of Discovery. Now, before I get into this section about moderation, I asked a fellow creator what he thought of the whole ordeal. This is what he said.
I think the rules on who can and can't publish are very lame. Anyone who's able to get a code for their skills and their popularity should be able to publish their creations. I understand the monetary restraints being implemented with the new systems, and everyone not being able to publish with those makes sense, and, you know, the age restriction makes sense. But the fact people aren't allowed to join a team on the UEFN or just publish doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think they should have two programs where they have one for money and then one where you could just publish and don't even worry about Discover, but just publish the map and use the creator portal and stuff like that, just so people can make stuff and have it, you know, not be a waste of time. And being able to publish is a way to make it worthwhile for lots of different people.
Now, the moderation isn't much better, as there's still a bunch of low-effort maps that get funneled into the front page of Discovery instead of the ones that, in my opinion, actually deserve it. It feels as if there's no actual person behind the moderation, and it's just done by an algorithm that's trying to match the current quote-unquote meta for Discovery at that time. As it feels like everything that tries to be unique gets denied, and the reason is very unclear. It's always super vague statements like your map lacks environment or lacks innovation, when those couldn't be further from the truth. So what ends up happening is we just get a ton of box fight maps when the ones that can take weeks and months to make are just denied. And now this wouldn't be an issue if Epic actually gave a good reason for why they denied your map. As previously stated, they don't give a reason. Now, why is this an issue? Well, it's an issue because without a clear reason, creators can never improve. They can never take the criticism that was provided to them by Epic Games and use that to make their maps better. And with the lack of proper criticism and just constant denial, this can even demotivate certain creators and make them not want to upload to Discovery at all. And I will admit, not every map that gets accepted to Discovery is bad. There are still good ones that sneaks through the horrible moderation. But the point I'm trying to make here is that the good maps should be on Discovery and not the low effort ones. That's just a problem with the moderation. But here's my way, or my take, on how Epic Games could fix this. Epic should make it that once a map gets submitted, you actually have someone whose job is to play through it, or at least play a little bit of it, and then they can decide whether it's worthy of being on Discovery or not. And I know this would take a lot of time, which is why a team would most likely be necessary. It could be a branch of playtesting. I don't know how that stuff works. But what I do know is that if there was real people behind this process, Discovery wouldn't be this bad. There wouldn't be 90% box fight maps. It would be genuinely interesting maps. Some of my favorite examples would be Fort Who by Spanky Sully, Phantom Investigation by Rhinex, that map's great, Bed Wars by The Boy Dilly, and Murder Mystery by Good Gamers. You have Prison Breakout and Truck Pursuit, again, really good examples of genuinely fun maps. And I'm going to be providing the map codes for all of these and the creator socials in the description. Go check them out. And with proper moderation, we could be seeing more maps similar to the aforementioned. This would raise the quality standard higher and higher. Whether you like it or not, this would push creators to constantly try to improve their own creations. And in my opinion, I think that would be exactly what Discovery needs right now. It needs to motivate their creators to constantly innovate. It needs to motivate their creators to constantly, I wouldn't say one-up each other, but just constantly try to make maps that are fun and get popular because they're really fun. Instead of people abusing the system and pumping out 50 box fight maps a day and making thousands off of it. I'm serious, it's crazy, the payouts are insane. In the end, the reason why I am making this video is not only to bring light to small, talented creators, is to encourage people to speak out, to actually bring up genuine issues and how to fix them, instead of just saying the game sucks and harassing developers. Seriously guys, come on. You gotta stop doing that. By providing genuine criticism and giving a way you could possibly fix that issue, it's gonna make the game better overall. I'm not saying that anyone from Epic is gonna actually see this, because obviously not. But if we all tried to actually provide criticism, it would make the game a whole lot better. Especially with the moderation Discovery. Again, stop giving 3-worded responses as to why a map got denied when a box fight map that definitely took 30 minutes to make got accepted. It doesn't make any sense. And to wrap this up, I'd just encourage everyone to try to be more creative and try to innovate in any way possible. Start posting your creations to social media and get recognition. If we can get noticed by Epic, then maybe they'll change their ways. Maybe they will actually incorporate publishing rights for everyone. It's not likely, but there's a chance. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to hear about how Epic Games could incorporate a rotating map system like Apex, then click the video on screen right now. Apart from that, that's about it. See ya.